Well, hello there, people. I'm Captain of the Steves, and today, chums, for you guys in the viewerverse, this isn't quite my 1616 podcast. Kurt isn't available. I think it's his birthday. So yeah, I'm just hitting this up myself, and we're just going to be talking about some of the stuff that's been appearing on Twitterverse. Here you go. Let me zip that up a bit. You don't want to see that, right? And yeah, so we're going to be talking about some of the things that I've seen when it comes to the PlayStation 5 version and Switch version. So there's a couple of things that are going on. Got a few people in chat as well. We've got Dutch66 here. Ricey, well, hello there, Ricey. Brilliant. We've got Dutch 60. Yeah, I always said Dutch 60. Dark Lord Zelric. My question is that is the gameplay actually the Switch and not just someone on PC with Switch controllers? Because you can do that. Okay, well, that's kind of interesting. We'll take a look at his channel in a minute because he's actually got the boxed versions and he's got the cellophane on. You see him taking the cellophane off. But, you know, there are ways and means to even do that, isn't there? But it's quite a lot of lengths to go to actually pull this off. I honestly think he has probably got hold of the legit copies, and there's a reason why I say that, which I'll show you in a moment. So anyhow, hello there, Gareth, and we've got Monkey, hello there, Ocko, Warfy, Dark Hellboy. God, we've got loads of people here. Well, hello, hello, and hello again. Anyway, let's get on over to the content, shall we? So let's jump on over to my podcast. Boom! And we're in podcast mode, people. Right, okay, so first off, here's the actual box art here. Now, if you want to find this guy's YouTube channel, if I go to, just click there, I guess, diddly-dee, I should open up over here, and then if I click this chap, Nintendo Legacy, then he's got, I thought he had a link there to his YouTube channel. Obviously not. Dang it! Darn it! Okay, so here we go. Was this it? I clicked around and I found it in the end. But yeah, I'll see if I can get to it. No, so there is some footage online. So here's one here. Now you can see here, we was all saying that we might get some sort of UI overhaul, but it appears not. I mean, there it is there. Let's see if we can make this nice and big. So you can see all this sort of, I don't know what to call it, polygonization around the branches. There's a lot of pixely type weirdness going on there. It gets a bit shiny. But yeah, it's got all the Switch controls in the bottom corner. But Dark Lord Zarek was saying that maybe they're on PC, maybe they've put that up so you can do this. But to be honest, the textures and everything else, they look slightly lower quality than on other iterations. I'm kind of thinking that it is actual legit footage from the Switch version. Now, there's a reason why I say that as well. Let me just get rid of this on screen for a second. I have got some tabs open. I mean, this is the box art. Now, what I find odd about the box art is it's actually got a picture of a settlement on. We were all thinking that maybe it won't have settlements in. In fact, I think we've seen it on official sitage or Nintendo blog sites or something that stated that it won't have settlements, but there's quite clearly a picture of a settlement there, so why tease them with it? But then, you know, who knows? Anyhow, where's my other tab that I had earlier? There we go, over here. So this is the chap that's actually got the actual footage. He's got a golden axe hat. Frickin' fair play to him, nice. Now you see this last tile over here, it's an expedition. And if I go back to my PlayStation, I'm on the same screen at the moment on my PlayStation. And look, it's a completely different image on that one tile. So it's a little bit odd. Now I can go over to this guy's actual YouTube channel. I did have it earlier. Let's go into here, YouTube. If I go into my history, it'll probably be in my history. You're probably going to see quite a lot of weird stuff that I watch, but I don't really care. It's nothing too weird. Okay, so here we go. History. Dum dum dum. Righto. Dun dun. Where are you? Where are you? Now, some of these I haven't actually watched. You can see the little red bar of how much I've seen. It's got an autoplay thing, hasn't it? Oh, actually, you can't see it anyway, so that's cool. Here you go. I found the actual footage. I'll bring it up on screen for you now, people.
Autumn means two things.
So here we go.
Outside gets gray.
Let's just get past
Inside gets all the colors.
Bonjour à vous, joyeux joueurs
so
du
he does
21e
both
siècle.
versions.
J'espère que
So the
vous avez la
first one is the
patate.
PS5 version.
Dans
Now,
cette
what's
vidéo,
interesting about the PS5 version is he brings up the actual patch notes down in this corner, and it's still Outlaws. It's Outlaws. So, let me just turn him down a bit. There you go. There we go. I've turned the music down a bit. I just realised it was probably a little bit high. There we go. So there we are. Pouch Notes is Outlaws. Now, I'm still thinking that even though he's managed to get himself the PlayStation 5 boxed version and also the Switch version, I'm wondering if there's going to be a day one sort of drop for all this stuff, you know? I don't think this is the legit 4.0, you know? Anyway, we get over to the Switch version, and this is where he hits up that screen that I was just on momentarily ago, and the actual tile over here on the Switch version, when he gets to it, is that one that I just showed you. I think it's a previous one. I think that was the one prior to the one we're on now. So he's got all the different modes here. Now, it's a real shame. He hits up creative mode, but what he doesn't do is go into the build menu at any point in time. So we don't get to see what base parts are actually there. Because I was wondering whether the Switch version would have all the base parts for the settlements, you know, the last update, the Frontiers update. So it doesn't answer the questions that I've got. But let's just clip it in. So there he goes, initializing it, I guess. Hold on, was that the initialize screen? Oh, he's set up a creative save, hasn't he? So it just does that on the creative save. It doesn't actually have the initialize screen. It's weird because that's the loading screen, isn't it? Normally you got like a progress bar underneath, but that's a little bit odd actually. I don't really know what's going on there. But yeah, again, it's got all the Switch controls, but where he's put himself is where you see all the tutorial things pop up. So you can't really see all the control options there either, which is a bit of a shame. Now when he gets in his ship and he's flying over, you can see quite a lot of pop. Oh, sandworms confirmed. But did you see that it had all that weird white pixely edge to it as well? And the actual textures themselves look a little bit... They're not as good quality. It reminds me very much of PlayStation VR on the PlayStation 4. You know, it's not quite the same standard as what we're used to seeing on current gen or even previous gen like PlayStation 4 or even Xbox. You know, it's way beyond, it's way below that. So I think this is legit footage, you know, of the Switch and of the PlayStation 5 versions. How he got his hands on them over in France, I have no idea, whether he just got delivered them early or what. But yeah, he's put it out there. It's got 690 odd views. I mean, you can see the actual name of the channel down the bottom here. But yeah, that's all I've really got for you. I mean, when he takes off and he starts flying over the planet, let's just speed it on. I mean, there's all the UI. It doesn't look any different to how it looked before, people. It's exactly the same. No sort of touchscreen stuff in here. But I honestly think that maybe on day one, there's going to be some sort of download and it's going to update a few things. That's what I'm thinking. Otherwise, this is it. And it kind of looks a bit flat, doesn't it, you know? Hello, Captain Steve. Well, hello there, Peter. Looks like you've got the same frickin' icon as me somehow, Peter Catcherman, which is a bit strange. Random. Very random. Captain Steve plays League of Legends. I'm not going to play League of Legends. Heck no. The one thing to remember is that the new box copy had the most recent patchwork to it. Well, you'd like to think so, but it doesn't look that way. I mean, he hit the PlayStation 5 version up earlier, and he brought up the patch notes, and it had Outlaws as the patch notes, so it didn't quite sort of equate to being version 4.0. So even though there is, like, I don't know, some sort of boxed versions floating about in France right now, when you install it, you're getting pretty much what we're playing right now. So I'm still waiting to see what 4.0 brings on the 7th, because I honestly do think there's going to be some sort of connection to a server and downloading of stuff, because this just doesn't feel right, does it? It doesn't feel right at all. But there we go. You can see there's a lot of different options in here as well inside of the actual Switch versions, different versions than what I've seen on PC and on PlayStation 5. I mean, there's not as many options here from what I'm seeing. So yeah, it all looks legit to me. I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, I don't own a Switch. I don't know much about Switch. So I just thought I'd share with you what I know, and that's what I know. So there's not much else other than that inside of the verse. Let's just hit up his channel so you can actually see his channel itself. So there's his channel, and look, he's got the PlayStation 5 version, he's got the Switch version. I watched the unboxing of the Switch one, you can see it there, but I showed you a picture of it earlier anyway. I'm going to have a look at the PlayStation 5 box one, because I haven't seen this. It'd be nice to see if it mentions maybe PlayStation VR 2 on the back, but otherwise, what's the bloody point? Because when they do come out with PlayStation VR 2, they'll probably do another box version then. So why bother with this one? You know what I'm saying? It just seems weird to me. But let's have a look at the back of it. And it says, okay, it's just taking the cellophane straight off. Cool. And yeah, turn it over. It does look legit. That does look pretty darn freaking snazzy. If he's managed to rip this off somehow, he's done a bloody good job of it. Yeah. And we've got nothing down here that mentions PlayStation VR. 1 to 4 players. Requires PlayStation Plus. There's no mention of VR on there, is there? That's a little bit suspect, isn't it? You'd think that it would mention PlayStation VR. Oh no, it's not backwards compatible, is it? So maybe there might be a PlayStation VR 2 version, because we're not... You can't play... you can't use PlayStation VR 2 on PlayStation 4 VR games. That's been confirmed. So it's a little bit odd, isn't it? Oh, Whiskey Barrel Gaming in the background. There's a treat for your eyeballs. Really like Whiskey Barrel Gaming. He's awesome. Anyway, I'll click back because we was going to look at this guy's channel, see if there's anything else on there. So I don't know whether he gets early copies of a lot of games, this chap, but he's managed to get hold of these ones. He's got an Amiga. This guy just keeps getting better. Shame I can't understand him. But yeah, there we go, people. That's where you can find these videos if you want to see them yourselves and give them a closer look and see if you can spot anything that I may have missed. But there's quite a lot of pop. When the ship is flying over the actual surface of the planet, there's all sorts of pop in. Now, I did do a video on what I thought the Switch version would be like, and I did say I would imagine there's going to be a lot more pop. Texture quality is going to be reduced. Foliage count probably reduced, that sort of stuff. I think I'm pretty much spot on with what I was expecting to see, to be honest, on Switch. But you know what? It's going to look fine on those little screens. So there we go. That's pretty much everything I've got to give to you guys. So it's a very quick stream, but I figured I'd do it live and I'd have a little scroll through and see what you guys think on here. Looks better on the Steam Deck, says Ricey's Starship Emporium. Oh, okay, cool. The thing I consider is Sean is playing No Man's Sky on the Switch after Outlaws. That's a very good point as well, yes. But it's probably got all the stuff that Outlaws has inside of it. Because it's got the patch notes in the bottom left corner and it says Outlaws, then it's going to have everything that Outlaws had, isn't it? There or thereabouts. So yeah, I think it's about real, and I think it's kind of legit. Maybe Sean is sat in Hello Games towers, cackling evilly as he's preparing to drop a huge update after all. I don't think that's going to happen either. Now, if we were to see anything like that, I would like to see the Steam depots being uploaded fairly soon. So let's have a quick look at the Steam depots. Last month, 2 months ago, yeah, still no sort of anything happening there. I'd like to think if it is going to happen on the Friday and tick over to version 4.0, I'm hoping that we see these do something, maybe, you know, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at the very latest. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it would be nice to hear a little bit more about what's going on there, especially since footage is now leaking. So we can only but no. Let's just wait. There's not long to wait, is there? That's all we can do is wait anyway, to be fair, isn't it? But I'm quite excited. The 7th, I'm actually excited for the 7th of October for a couple of reasons. One is obviously No Man's Sky, but two is Hellraiser. Hellraiser comes out on Hulu, and I love Hellraiser, but this is like a reimagining of Hellraiser or a spin-off. I don't really know what it is. I don't know whether it's a side shoot-off element or something, but the Pinhead in this one is female, and it looks freaking awesome. It's looking great. So that's going to start off my Halloween vibes. I do like Halloween. I do like Christmas. I'm an excitable individual when it comes to times of the year and events. Anyhow, people, so that's going to be an eventful week, I think. So yeah, really looking forward to seeing what Hello Games has got in store for us. I'm hoping there's going to be some sort of patch notes or something that hits the verse fairly soon, and I'm going to be watching these sorts of Steam branches like a hawk over the next couple of days. But I'd imagine, you know, PT and also Kurt, they've got some sort of, I don't know, something that looks at these, or people that look at these, I don't know. But they're probably going to be first with the news on that one, so be sure to be subscribed to them or following them on Twitch, and at the very least. Yeah, the Switch trailer is not long after the Outlaws. What if then the version of the game was set to be the physically printed? That's a good point. Yeah, what if they stamp the disc then, and it's just been, you know, fine-tuning elements since then, since Outlaws? Yeah, I mean, they did mention that they got the Sentinel update in there as well, didn't they, and things, so yeah, who knows. On the PS5, this stream piques my interest. Lovely, on PS5. Okay, cool, lovely. Well, I'm on PS5 as well. And we've got Veritas Velez. Awesome chappy in the verse at making bite beat tunes. Hello there, Veritas. Got a lovely channel. Check him out if you want bite beat type tutorials. He's awesome. Anyway, peeps, I'm going to be logging off. I just watched the latest freaking Lord of the Rings as well. Episode 6. What did I think of episode 6? It had a lot of combat in it, but it was very dark, so it was very hard to make out some of it. But it was better than maybe some of the previous ones. And it's starting to go somewhere and starting to build. It's getting a bit better, in my opinion. But it's still slow. Anyhow, peeps, I'm going to get going. Cheery bye, and hopefully we'll find out more in the week. And if I do find out more, it'll be on my channel. So yeah, stay tuned, stay subscribed, hit that bell and all that sort of shenanigans. Until next time, people, you've all been awesome. Cheery bye.